Hello everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just gone over to Bitcoin, big got the CoinsKid crew. So I'm going to show you a chart today that is just adding confidence to my theory of a big blow off top phase for this crypto markets, okay, and especially a big push up for Bitcoin this year. But obviously we need to see the retainment of structure. Retainment, is that even a word? I think it is. Of structure and support obviously going forward for these crypto markets and for the projection to the upside. And so far Bitcoin is, okay, so until it loses that structure and support, I'm projecting to the upside, okay, and obviously if we lose the support, I'll project to the downside. So at the moment what we've got for the crypto markets, fear and greed sitting at 48. Yesterday it was sitting at 49. Last month it was sitting at 40. We've been in quite a bit of state of fear the past few months for the crypto markets, but I think potentially we're sort of leaving that fear right now, and there's charts that are giving the game away basically. So it's all about structure and support. I'll keep reminding you of that structure and support every single day in these videos for you, okay, but so far so good. You know, we're riding these waves like an absolute boss. Now there's one chart that I do show you quite a lot as confidence to my theory, obviously the DXY, the inverse correlation, but there's one chart that I think gives the game away here, okay, and it's really important that we pay attention to that chart going forward. I'm going to show you that. But this is the fear and greed index, and I think the stacks of confluence within this particular index that a true correction has begun in April of this year. So I think that Bitcoin has been in an A wave, a B wave where it come up and made a regular high, and it's been in a C wave drop that's made a low above this low, so it's held the structure of that low. So at the moment what we've got is a zigzag correction in the fear and greed, as well as this key chart that I'm looking at as confluence of this particular theory that the correction began way back there. Yeah, it's basically one of the top altcoins, and I keep showing you this and keep reminding you this is confluence to my theory. So we're going to show you that chart in a moment, but what we've got here for Bitcoin, it came down in the A, came up in the B, everyone got super bullish in July, and then boom, we've had that drop just there that held that low a few weeks ago in September, and everyone's got super bearish on that C wave. So at the minute what I'm looking at is potential that that's your true correction, not July, which is a lot of what a lot of analysts are looking at right now. So I think the true correction began in April, and the confluence is in this chart that I'm showing you in a moment, but equally in the likes of this retracement that kicked in for Bitcoin, where we've seen the likes of Pepe, and this is what you do usually see on an impulsive move. You start to see the meme coins take off in space, which is exactly what happened, adding again more confidence in my theory that was the top of an impulsive move right there for Bitcoin. So the big question is the C wave done? We've got this ABC zigzag in the sentiment right here in the fear and greed. We've got the ABC zigzag in this chart that I'm going to show you, but we've got this sort of irregular ABC for Bitcoin at the moment. So is that the true bottom of a correction for this particular chart, Bitcoin, and the fear and greed as well, and this chart that I'm going to jump into in a moment? So I'm going to try and find it for you, and any reason why it could be, and obviously any reason why it couldn't be. So let's dive into the chart right now. The chart that we're talking about is Ethereum. Let's take a look. So diving into Ethereum then, to get this indicator into your charts, it's a free indicator. Go to indicators at the top, go to Crypto Fear and Greed Index by Pine Query. Drop it into your charts, okay? So I think Ethereum is a very, very important altcoin to pay attention to at the minute. There's some kind of squeeze going on. So there's a theory that I've got that we're in a larger cycle. Straight away off the bat, I can tell you my projection for Ethereum is around about $8,000. I've had this projection for Ethereum on the weekly time frame for many years right now, okay? So I think what we've done, we've ran up into this resistance, we're coming back in a high low, and we're looking to retain the structure of a massive macro move here for Ethereum, going to the 1618 trend base fib just there. So from this peak to this bottom just there, you can clearly see around about the 8k mark. You can clearly see on the way up we've tapped the 1414 like that, and we're coming for a big correction basically to this previous swing high. So basically swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low, find support, you go basically for Ethereum. Obviously the bull market support right now is not this, okay? Obviously if we lose that, then you're going down, but I think your bull market support is this, okay? So I'll show you this right now on Ethereum whilst I've got your attention. What we've got, for me, in my opinion, is confluence in this particular chart. Right now that's your key low. Lose that, obviously Bitcoin's going down, Ethereum's going down, and the crypto markets are going down at that point. But there's stacks of confluence at this level here that actually you see wave in, and I'm going to go through this as to why, okay? So if we take a look at the daily time frame for Ethereum right now, so my end target for Ethereum, providing this is impulsive and corrective, which at the moment it's looking like it is, I'm looking at 8k for Ethereum, okay? I've had that target for many moons right now. So what we're looking at right now is basically an ABC correction that began in April of this year, okay? So you've got your simple ABC, A, B, C. And what we're looking at is the possibility that the C wave is done there. So off this low here, what we need to see for this particular chart is 5 waves coming up. So at the moment we could, in theory, be in a third wave. And I've gone through this with you on Bitcoin, okay? What we've got is a 1, a 2, and you're still in the 3. Okay, so the 3 is going to come up, you know, come back down. As long as it doesn't lose wave 1 high and then go again, you've got 5 waves. This is something you could be patient for. So right now, I did post this in the Discord for the CoinsKid crew, but I'm going to show you a potential trade setup going forward whilst I've got your attention on Ethereum. So right now, you could just be building positions on Ethereum with your stop loss on that low, okay, because obviously that's your impulsive wave 1 and your corrective wave 2 correction down there, okay. So this is your basically your bull market support in the short term for Ethereum. So this low here that we put in a couple of weeks ago, in my opinion, could qualify as the bottom of the C wave. Let me show you why, okay. So what we've got is a simple ABC correction, just there, A, B, C wave. Okay, so why am I looking at that being the bottom of the C wave? So as you're fully aware, you know, you do usually see 5 waves within a C wave. So we've got the 1, we've got the 2, we've got the 3, then the retracement 4, and then the final drop. You know, that's sort of basically a bear trap down there. Okay, so at that point here, we've come up in a 1 potentially, and a 2 and a 3. So to invalidate this right now, that we've not got some kind of 1, this is a 2, and this is a 3, then obviously, you know, something like that, and we're coming down the stairs even greater to this low, then what we want to see for Ethereum is this low being held. So at the moment, we've come up for Ethereum off this low, come up into resistance to the EMAs, made a high low, and right now we're breaking out and we're coming back, okay. So you've got a small little double bottom pattern down here like this for Ethereum. I know it's a Bitcoin video, I do apologize, but I'm just showing you Ethereum for any analysis, you know, going forward for Bitcoin. So, you know, right now, put your stop loss on that swing low and ride a beautiful long up, you know, because this is risk. This is basically, if we get to this 8k target from this mark here, okay, which is an absolute possibility, which I'm looking at, dropped it in roughly around about 8k up there. From this point here, for Ethereum, you could have one of the best trades I've ever given you, okay. And these are sort of trades I were giving family and friends way back in 2020 before I'm making videos. You'll be looking at a monster upside of around about 394% over a loss of that low just there, around about 4.27%. So again, nothing I say is financial advice, but it's all about retaining structure going forward. So why am I looking at this particular correction being in just there of an ABC for Ethereum? Okay, so what we've got here is an ABC correction which began in April for Ethereum, A, B, C, like that. So potentially that's done, that's cooked, and we've got the ABC. Now why am I looking at that being done? Because obviously the 5 waves we've gone through with you, but equally what we've got is time on our hands as well, okay. So we've got this A wave beginning down there, okay. Do you see that in April? So we need to go from the top all the way to the bottom, just there, 60 days, and then what we need to do is go from the top of the B wave, where the C wave began, go from the top, which is all the way there, to the bottom, and you've got 59 days. So you've got sort of one-to-one symmetry right now of a potential ABC correction that's complete. Obviously, this will be invalidated if we start to come down and sweep these lows. This is why, at the minute, this is an opportunity, although it doesn't feel like it, to just retain the structure of an uptrend. And obviously, there's invalidation of that uptrend if you lose these lows. So it's really simple technical analysis, okay? It's not overcomplicated. So what we've got here is a potential scenario for Ethereum is the fact that we've had a 1, a 2, a 3, and a regular 4, and a 5. And right now, we've been an ABC since April. This is why I'm saying to you, you know, I think there's confluence in other charts that a true correction began there in April. Equally in the index as well, just like I've shown you, is more closely related to Ethereum than it is Bitcoin. We've got the A, we've got the B, and we've got the C in the Fear and Greed as well, okay. So it's all about structure and support going forward. This could potentially be one of the best trades I give you in the short term for Ethereum, but right now we're looking to hold this low. So, you know, I know it's a Bitcoin video, I do apologize, but right now there's a lovely little long up, isn't there? You know, with your stop loss down here on this 15.93, 15.96, 15.63. I do apologise. Why that low? Because potentially that's impulsive wave 1, corrective wave 2. Now this will, you know, be invalidated if Ethereum loses this. It still means that you're in a C wave basically, and you've got something like this. You know, you've come down into 1, is your ABC 2, and then you're looking at 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth, you know, for the remainder of the year. And all you're going to do is retrace greater to this low with the potential to backtest that ascending triangle. So again, this is a minimal risk trade. At that point, if you do start to come down, you'll be looking at around about $1,231 on this backtest of this ascending triangle breakout just there, that God candle. It's an absolute possibility, and I will project that if you do start to come down and you sweep these lows right now. So there is an opportunity if you can, you know, you manage your risk right there. So let's dive into the Bitcoin chart right now, see what we can see. I do apologise about the length of the Ethereum video, but you know, it's just confluence in the analysis to the upside and downside for Bitcoin. So looking at Bitcoin on the hourly time frame at the moment, please remember, okay, put it into your notebooks, that's your structural support of an uptrend at the minute, 26002, because that's a potential wave 1. This is a wave 1, wave 2, and right now you're in impulsive wave 3 as a possibility. But obviously to see the continuation and increase the probability of that, we need to see Bitcoin take out 28597, which is this high that it put in on Monday of this week. Okay, so what we're looking at right now now is possibly some kind of correction coming back down, calling up, looking to back test this level of resistance and take it out. Okay, for Bitcoin, you can clearly see just there, you got God candle breakout just there as well for Bitcoin. So it looks as though we're geared up towards that level to back test that support that we've melted through with that back test and resistance 28217. So there is a potential pattern here as well. You know, we've got this lovely little selling triangle, breakout, back test support, looking to go. We are currently in a bullish cross on the EMAs right there, so we've got multiple bullish crosses on a 20, 10 and 55 EMAs. Providing we have this little correction, we hold this, we could be looking at a move here for Bitcoin. Okay, from this point we could be looking at a lovely little move to the upside, providing we maintain the closures above these EMAs right now around about 2.15%, with the potential to break that and go up again. So I'm looking at right now as a potential scenario, we do have a lovely little inverse head and shoulders pattern here for Bitcoin, and obviously the invalidation of such is this low here, okay, because that's your head. So right now the pattern that's in play is valid until invalidated away. Okay, so 27184 is the invalidation of a potential inverse head and shoulders pattern. There's your left shoulder, there's your right shoulder, just there, that's your head, and boom, you know, your left shoulder, your head, your right shoulder, and you're breaking out, falling back to neckline support to go. So the technical target of that particular pattern, all the way from there, all the way down to the head, and you can clearly see if you do start to break out, you know, you're attacking that level of resistance just there. So this could be a lovely little trade if you can stomach the risk and things like this. Something I always relay to you. Right now you could just go long to this level of resistance right there, right about 2.1%. We're very minimal risk trade right now on that stop loss on that swing low just there, that stop that we've just put in. That low, what is that currently? 27560. Build a position at the moment. You know what we're looking for here is the squeeze between these EMAs. We're going to get a reaction just there. So again, you could wait. If you start to close back above these EMAs, the 10, you're going to get some kind of squeeze there. It's going to create some kind of reaction. Like I said to you, compression leads to expansion. You could be patient at that point. If you do start to come up, put your stop loss on the previous swing low and then ride it up into that resistance at 28217, which is its untapped resistance that we've lost the support right there, you know, for a Bitcoin. And at that point, you know, potentially carving out a structure to come back up and take out that high. Obviously the invalidation of this inverse head and shoulders pattern right now is 27184. So, you know, you can trade all this, you can go long, you can go short, you can do whatever you want on Bybit. Bit gets entirely up to you. But what I would actually wait for right now, you know, is a decision on these EMAs. If we break down, you know, we could begin to start to invalidate this, but if we do start to close back above these EMAs on the hourly time frame, get these EMAs into your charts. Okay, if we start to take out the 10 EMA, you know, we're looking pretty tasty. At that point I would be looking to go long to minimal target to this level of resistance just up here around about, what is that, 2823 for Bitcoin, and then obviously put your stop loss on the previous swing low, and it's a lovely little intraday trade for you going forward. But right now, you know, this is your structural support of an uptrend 26002. So that's my macro stop loss and any spots positions, and obviously my larger long positions that I've been in since Tuesday of, you know, a few weeks ago when everyone's really fearful. Take care everyone, back to another update on Bitcoin. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.